Bloody hell. That was amazing. I'm genuinely annoyed there are not more episodes. That absolutely blew me away. Cool guys, sorry I'm jumping ahead of myself. My name is Caleb Janssens. I just want to say thank you so much for clicking on this video. The fact that you are willing to sacrifice a few minutes out of your day to consume my content really does mean the world to me. For those of you that are unaware, I try to review everything that gets released on Netflix. If you're ever curious about a new movie, series, or show, if you want to know if it's any good, come to my channel and I will let you know. Ultimately, I want to become your go-to Netflix guy. And so today we're going to be talking about The Witcher Season 2, which honestly blew me away. Now, I won't lie, I went into the season with relatively low expectations. I loved the first season of The Witcher. In fact, it's probably one of my favorite series on Netflix at the moment. And the trailers left a lot to be desired for season 2. I remember watching them and going, flip, I really hope that this isn't disappointing. And so I went into this series, unfortunately, with my hopes quite low. But thankfully, in many ways, I believe that season 2 is even superior to season 1. Of course, everything you like about season 1 returns. We've got some great action. Henry Cavill absolutely destroys it in his role. He's absolutely phenomenal. And so everything you love is back. And I was just so delighted with just how well the series came to be. Genuinely, season 2 makes me want to play The Witcher 3. Like, so badly. I literally just want to turn my computer back on and carry on playing The Witcher. And while I did get those feelings while watching the first season of The Witcher, it was never to this degree. Henry Cavill did such a good job of capturing the character of Geralt that I want to now go and play those stories. And I want to experience everything again. It was just a roller coaster of emotions. And as I said, with only 6 episodes, I was sitting there going, no, I want to know more. Tell me more. I need more Witcher in my life. But guys, there were several things that really stood out to me about this series. I'm going to jump into those right now. I have them written down right here. And the first one was the primary theme of this series. Much like season 1, season 2 definitely tackles this idea of what is a monster. And the series loves to play with that idea of what is a monster, what is true evil, because you can look at a creature and go, wow, that is an evil monster. But then when you look at the actions that humans take and how evil humanity can be, especially individuals within this series, you have to ask yourself, who is the real monster? And that was a forefront theme in this series, especially in the first episode. So flip, if you enjoyed the analysis of humanity that we saw in season 1, you can expect quite a bit of that in season 2 as well. Oh, and I just have to say, I've reviewed both the first season of The Witcher and then also the Netflix original anime of The Witcher that came out a few months ago. So if you're curious about watching my reviews there, you can click up on the little eye above or go down into the description below, but you can watch those reviews there as well. Sorry, I'm going to carry on with the review now. But another thing that really stood out to me was the fact that we just had a traditional timeline in this series. One of the biggest issues I had with season 1 was just the timeline and how different episodes were so mumbled and so jumbled and everything was backwards and forwards, and you really had to sit there with a piece of paper taking notes going, episode 3 takes place here. And I had to read so many different theories and go online, and I know I'm probably going to get some people in the comments going, wow, it wasn't that difficult to follow. It was. Season 1 could be tricky to follow. I mean, it's really simple. And they address that perfectly in this series by giving us just a simple story. By just giving us a simple story that started off with the beginning, it gave us some development, gave us a climax, gave us a conclusion. It was so easy to follow. And what I actually really enjoyed, the series got a little bit meta at a point and even started cracking jokes to how messed up the timeline was in season 1. It never went too meta that it ruined your immersion in the series, but it was just a playful wink towards the fans, and I did appreciate that. Another thing that really stood out to me, and I was not expecting this at all, is the fact that there is no nudity in this season. Absolutely nothing. And I have to say, I'm grateful for that. I mean, I don't think a single person didn't get a little bit uncomfortable with the extended sequences of Yennefer just standing there topless, especially with all the magic going on around her and everything like that. It could get a little bit uncomfortable. And this season refused to show anything, which was really shocking to me. Not a single nipple, not a single bare bum, nothing. And that blew me away. I was really shocked and surprised by that. So I mentioned earlier that I got a little bit nervous when watching the trailers, and that was because of the dialogue-heavy tone of it. I was very worried that this was going to become a very talk-heavy series. Now, season 1 definitely wasn't all-out action 24/7. I mean, the story was the primary focus of The Witcher. But I got really worried while watching the trailers for this season that all we would be getting is talking and characters and the action would be sidelined. Thankfully, that wasn't the case. We got some brilliant action here. And I think there may have been more action sequences in season 2 than season 1. I might be wrong there, but I think there was definitely more set pieces in this series. I don't necessarily think that we ever met the heights of the action set pieces in season 1. I think to this day, the best set piece we get is definitely the pilot's episode where Geralt just fights everyone out on the streets. I thought that was phenomenal. That was brilliant. And I don't think that's been topped yet. But we did get some great action sequences in season 2. Then I just have to bang real quickly. Henry Cavill's armor in season 2 is absolutely phenomenal. He looks so freaking cool. So in regards to costume design, brilliant, absolutely phenomenal. And then my final point for this review. If you guys watched my review for the Netflix anime, you will know I really didn't enjoy it. I felt like it really didn't do the character of Vesemir justice. But after watching season 2, I have warmed my feelings towards that Netflix anime because there are things that happen in that movie that impact season 2 of The Witcher. Now, I'm not going to give away any story beats or details, anything like that, but it made me appreciate the character of Vesemir so much more. And I also know that there was a massive drive to get Mark Hamill to act as Vesemir in season 2, and I really wanted that to happen as well. But I have to say, the actor they cast as Vesemir in this series did a fantastic job, and I loved him from the start. He was awesome, he was charismatic, he was great. So honestly, everything about this series, in my opinion, was just as good as the first. And in many ways, I think I actually prefer season 2 to season 1, and I think the timeline and just the way the story progresses in this season had a big reason to do with that. But yes, guys, I would love to know your thoughts. Please let me know if you're looking forward to this season or not. If you have watched it, what did you think of it? I can't wait to hear your opinions. But guys, thank you so much for watching. It really does mean the world to me. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. Give this video a like, and I hope to see you again in another review.